There are moments in my life when the only thing I know will help me reset and recalibrate is staying outdoors or in the van. This is the van. She's small and cosy. She doesn't go very fast or have a built-in leisure battery, but I've learnt many a van life hack over the years of staying in her. This trip was an extra special reset for me, but it really did not go as planned. I thought I had the whole weekend to explore some of the parts of Dartmoor that I'd never seen before. But before I tell you about it, do you remember Bear from the video I made while camping in the woods in Wales? Well, his mum and dad are away, and I had the absolute privilege of him coming to join me ramble about the wild moors of this stunning part of the UK. I'm more than happy to share my time, my bed, and some much needed clean air with such a beautiful boy. Oh yeah, and I'm that person that takes tons of spare socks so I don't ever have cold or wet toes.
The western shore, while the sun is slowly fades. Days are full, and I'll spend them with you. So let's go.
I'm not sure you can see me, but maybe you can hear me. I am just about to pick up my special guest. I'm off to Dartmoor for 2 nights. Leaving tonight's Friday. Going to get there in the dark most probably, which is a little bit weird. And then we're going to do a long hike tomorrow, stay another night, and then come back home on Sunday and just have a really beautiful time in a really beautiful space. And we're going to a place that I've been to before and I've stayed in before, but didn't make a video because I just wanted to be really present. So I'm going to see what it's like to be there again, but this time with somebody else. Bear settled almost immediately, and this was pretty much him the whole way there. I wish it had lasted just a little bit longer. So I had roughly 3.5 hours sleep that night. Having only known Bear for a few months, we're still getting to know each other, and it turns out that Bear is a little nervous of horses. And well, Dartmoor is pretty well known for its majestic wild ponies. He found it hard to sleep, and therefore I think so did I. When I have another living being in my care, there's just no getting away from feeling things with them. The good thing about such an open space is you wake up, regardless of sleep, able to drink in the fresh air in gulps. The morning was misty, but it made the setting for our first walk so beautiful. This is the perfect time to show you this new addition to the van that I built the day before arriving, and I'm very proud of too. It's the perfect size coffee station, also a place I can prepare food and set my camera on for filming. And these guys joined us for breakfast. I'd made lunch, bought Bear's snacks and some water, heading off for what I thought would be an all-dayer. Bear is such a wonderful dog to walk or hike with. He's curious and playful and great if we cross paths with other dogs too. One of the first interesting things I came across on our second walk was this burnt gorse. I wondered if there was a reason for this, as it seemed like it was a managed fire. Well, it turns out that the new growth that follows burning is an excellent food source for wildlife and creates bare patches of ground where light-loving insects, reptiles and birds can thrive. This according to the National Trust website. And I did see some ponies digging in later on. This dog has the best recall I have ever known in my life. Don't you, Bear? Bear? Such a good boy. We found a set of tracks that I had no idea if they led actually anywhere, but by a stroke of luck, our tiny risk of following them paid off. There's a sense of stillness here, that once upon a time in history somewhere, there could have been an organic murmuring of hooves, birds and people, less sounds of cars and more swirls and swishes of grasses and trees. I think if you look out for signs of what was, there are some really incredible parts of time you'll uncover. This is where the tracks led us. A quarry that's now protected. It used to extract granite and tin to be carried on the tracks we walked on earlier away from the moors to be used for building materials. Bear doesn't swim. He paddles, but wants me to throw a stick into a place he won't be able to reach it. He just doesn't know that. This incredibly special trip marks a year since I herniated 2 discs in my lower spine. I found myself in a really dark space where I couldn't put socks on, I had to take time off all of my work, and I couldn't get through a day without painkillers. Although I've pretty much come out the other side, I have to remind myself of my own humanity here. I am not indestructible, and though my body is capable of incredible things, I'm still healing in many ways. Referred pain has come about through my left knee, and in this moment, at the top of one of Dartmoor's peaks, whilst playing with Bear, in pure joy, I realised I'd already been pushing my knee. As a yoga teacher, one of my cues is to stop before you feel pain and change the direction of your practice. There, under the blue sky, filling my heart and lungs with life, I confronted myself lovingly with my own teachings. As much as the wild called for another night, I owed it to my own healing to start heading home. Bear and the Dartmoor ponies had shown me how to play and stay wild. And although our trip was shorter than I'd have liked it to be, I'm so proud of both Bear and myself for our first adventure in the van together. Both brave and now both very tired.